Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best mini ITX case. Starting at number 5. Corsair Crystal 280X RGB. The Corsair Crystal 280X is the largest of the cases on offer here, and that's because it will not only cater for mini ITX motherboards, but can also support the larger micro ATX specification, too. It's still an impressively compact case, but means you get a huge amount of support for full-size components. Outside of the motherboard restrictions, you can go for almost anything else that takes your fancy. From ATX power supplies to large graphics cards and extra PCIe boards, such as sound cards, SSDs, or networking interfaces. As with the other Crystal series cases, the 280X features 3 smoke-tempered glass panels that allow you to easily show off your RGB interior. So, it's the best compact case for those who share their homes with felines, too. The dual-chamber design works a treat in the 280X, allowing you to show off the core components to their fullest, while hiding your mess of cable management on the opposite side with a host of storage bays and your PSU. Coming at number 4. Phanteks Evolve Shift XT. There aren't a lot of mini ITX chassis that are actually, mini. But, while the Phanteks Evolve Shift XT might have a big old name, it's one of the smallest gaming chassis around that will take a full-size graphics card. Though sometimes it's not. The smart thing about this Wii case is that it can evolve, depending on how much cooling you desire. With 3 different size profiles, the Evolve Shift XT allows you to have a super compact system, something with a little more cooling, or a system that can pack in a 240mm AIO CPU cooler without compromising overly on scale. That makes diving in and altering things really simply a euro, but only once your machine is actually built. While the actual build process remains simple, it's definitely not fun. This is a regular issue with mini ITX machines. The cramped confines of the case inevitably makes for an awkward building experience most times. At number 3. NZXT H210i. The NZXT H210i is essentially a tiny version of our favorite mid-tower, the H710i. Built to only support mini ITX builds, the H210i still does a great job fitting a high-end system into a compact, minimalistic package. That does mean that it still looks like a mid-tower, but also that it will be able to take full-size components when it comes to everything else. Most mini ITX chassis require you to look at small form factor parts, such as specific CPU coolers or power supplies, and that can mean there's an added price premium on top. You may also need low-profile memory to fit, too. Like its bigger brother, the case comes equipped with NZXT Smart Hub and includes 2 fans and 1 RGB LED strip. Available for around $110, the H210i is the same price as most mid-sized towers, but I still think it's worth it. The case has many features you'd find in a high-end mid-tower, including excellent cable management and a full-size tempered glass panel. Number 2 of my list. Height Revolt 3. There is something supremely industrial about the almost utilitarian design of the mostly metal Height Revolt 3 mini ITX PC case. It doubles down on the angular, cuboid aesthetic with every facet of the external design being unashamedly sharp. Well, apart from the rounded, pop-out headphone holders, that is. And even now I still don't know if I like this pared-back approach or find it just, well, basic. What I do know, however, is that this is an excellent modern chassis to build your next mini ITX PC into, with support for a wide range of components, and no riser cable to worry about. One other benefit of this is that you can squeeze an entire 280mm AIO liquid CPU cooler into the build. Any off-the-peg chiller with a radiator under 35mm thick will fit, and you won't run into the same memory height restrictions the H1 has. Our Corsair Dominator DDR5 kit fit in just perfectly. And number 1. NZXT H1 V2. Was a big fan of the original NZXT H1 mini ITX chassis when it first came out. But then, mine never caught fire, which is a good thing because I've been using it as the basis for my office work machine ever since. My boss would not have been pleased if I burned down the PC gamer offices because of a faulty PCIe riser cable. Aside from that specific riser problem, the H1 was a fantastic package to build a Wii PC into. And so is this recently updated version, too. If you've ever built a small form factor PC, you will understand the pain of trying to route a million unnecessarily long PSU cables around the motherboard, graphics card, and everything else. Then trying to mount a capable enough cooler into the limited confines of a mini ITX Casio Euro, well, that's a task in itself. A note of warning, however, and that is the clearance between the radiator fan and the top of your memory isn't huge. It is another 1mm higher than the original. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.